And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First and 10, Eason. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A big play there on the catch and run. 68 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Rams 7, Packers 0.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First down.
Throwing now is Wentz. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 48 yards. First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. They for the first time for Tony Pollard. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
At the 2-yard line.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Now here's Pollard. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Working from the gun. Wentz. Touchdown, Packers.
Complete.
Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Mike Badgley set.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Eason. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get an advantage that way.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
2nd down. Here's Eason. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
To throw on 3rd down. Eason. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
The 44-yard line.
Here's Eason to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And he gets us from inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5.
At the 5-yard line.
7-7, our score after one.
With the score tied 7-7. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and
now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They're going on 4th down. Here's Eason. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Dawson Knox, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7.
makes the score Rams 17. Packers 7.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. No return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Wentz. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Caleb Chason in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Trying to lay one up deep. And this time will be intercepted. Picked off at the 28.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he powers his way up past the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard, and not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
At the 15-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there for L.A. Give him 55 yards on the ground. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Brian Hill, the
All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff looking right. And now lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
3rd and 8.
Play action. It's Eason. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Sanchez set to kick off.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Throwing on first is Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Akers. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
From the 38, Wentz escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the 1st down. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Wentz now on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's 3rd and 7.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change your name, how about your respect? Get it more than what I get expected at the back. In fact, I know I sat down with my accountant and said I got good news like I bad news. I said, what's the good news?
On 3rd down, Eason firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. To throw, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they've brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incomplete.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. K'Lavon Chaisson. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
It's 3rd down.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick is
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Down and 6.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 and a 1st down.
At the 37-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 11 now. Eason sets to throw it. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Now Eason. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Eason on 2nd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Lining up for the extra point.
Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a one-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. Able to rip up a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Eason off the play fake. Caught left side, Bennett. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 20-yard line.
1st and 10.
They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now, backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They go play action with Eason. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Off play action. Eason. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So decision time now, because a field goal keeps it a one-score game. What are you thinking?
Well, I'm looking at the down and distance, and that's where the issue comes in. It's not short enough that it's a no-brainer and you go for it. You have to analyze this one, to me, you take the field goal, take the points. I don't think you want to risk coming away with nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 35-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
First and goal at the 1.
I guess at the very least they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 23 all.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Eason. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. From the gun on 3rd down. Eason. And he can't get a throw. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. run for Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 18. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Here's Pollard again. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will make it into the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown will win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Shotgun now for Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And boy, they did it well.
It's taken to the 26. Return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it, but they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Now they try the right side here. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
To throw on third down, Eason. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Well, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot where they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
First down.
On 1st down, Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
10 at their own 12-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again? It's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
Going right back to Akers. And he's got some space here. And he is in for a score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
Final score in overtime.
Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Packers, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll have another road date next.